So I congratulate Mark D'Antonio on a fantastic career, the best in Michigan State football history. You'll go what Biggie Munn did, and 54-9, coming in and really bringing the program, putting it on the map, and then Duffy Daugherty, what he did in terms of the off-the-field contributions were even more notable than championships won.
Right,
with integration and what he did in terms of
trailblazer.
That's right. That's right. But what Mark D'Antonio did will never be equaled here. Michigan State is never going to be 36-5 again in a 3-year period. I would bet on that. Not in my lifetime. And you can look at the Big Ten East now and say, you know, you can play really good football and finish third.
Wow.
When you have Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, you got to beat one of those three to finish third, and Indiana is coming.
Yeah, definitely. Is it too soon to talk successor? And if you do, would you want to be the first guy to come in to replace Mark D'Antonio, or be the second guy sometime later because of the expectations?
That's a great question. I say you never want to be the guy who follows the legend. And Michigan State right now has a lot of work to do. It's a long way from being the program it was. Mark D'Antonio said, hey, look at this. This is probably a 3-year commitment.
Right.
He wasn't prepared to make that.
Right.
And he knew that. And he wasn't going to lie to everybody and say, yeah, I'm going to be here till you graduate. I can't. Nothing I can imagine being more fun than coaching in 2022.
I think one thing he said that was really noteworthy when someone posed a question about a successor, and he said people are going to crawl, run. He said everyone wants to get this job, so finding someone of a great caliber probably wouldn't be as hard as people think. What do you think about that?
I don't see anybody crawling right now. Maybe he knows some people who would love to have this job, and I can see how this would be appealing. It's going to pay well.
Yes.
It's a Big Ten job.
Yep.
It's a program that has won in the recent past. There are some programs in the Big Ten that haven't won a Big Ten title since 2004.
You got a great coach across the street who's won some stuff too, who can be supportive too, and the Hall of Fame Coach Izzo, just to have that coaching culture around.
Absolutely, and the fan base should be a plus, but Michigan State, it's hard to sell out Spartan Stadium, and that is not a mega stadium. That's a large stadium, but not a mega stadium. And if Tom Izzo is correct that fans have been getting on players, abusing players, and that's going to make it tougher too to do what needs to be done here. This is put on your boots and get ready, because this is a long build ahead for Michigan State football.
Now, is it extreme to say that there's a potential that this could be a toxic culture for a coach coming in?
I don't know if I would say toxic. I would say that as long as you have resources and there are plans for facility upgrades here, facilities aren't bad. I mean, you've been to Spartan Stadium. It's pretty good.
Enjoy.
But who are you competing against? You are competing against the schools that make $70 million a year more than you do.
Yeah, we visit some of those schools.
Yeah, you're talking about you have to beat them. You don't just have to play them, you have to beat them.
In all facets, on the field, fundraising, support, all those type of things, recruiting, all that.
That's why, Lindsay, the National Football League has been so successful, because it's taken the opposite approach. It's what I call socialized football. And with enforced parity.
Sure.
They have a common draft, the teams that have the worst record get the best players. I don't see Northwestern getting the best players.
No.
Right? They go to the team that just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right
college
about
football. That. So that's an issue, and I think that for schools that have to do more with less, it's hard to do.
Right.
I mean, if we're both going to build a building, and I give you $90 million, you can build a heck of a building. But if I have $160 million, then I like my building better.
It sounds like you got the Taj Mahal, huh?
It's just difficult to do that. Doesn't mean it can't be done. It has been done, and Mark D'Antonio did it when no one thought Michigan State would ever beat Michigan 8 times in 10 years.
Wow, no.
No one thought Michigan State would be the second team from the Big Ten to go to the college football playoff or win 3 Big Ten titles in the span of 6 years. Nobody thought that would happen.
No.
But those teams are gone. Those teams are not on campus. The question is, what will be on campus? And that's up to, ultimately, the Board of Trustees, based on the recommendation put forth by Bill Beekman, and the committee that's put together. And there may be an outside consultant who's brought in to help with that. But Alan Haller and Tom Izzo, who's got some other things to deal with, and Mark Hollis did a pretty good job in finding Mark D'Antonio.
They did.
So who's to say that they can't find another coach at Cincinnati or Pitt or Alabama as assistant? There are a lot of places they can go to get a coach and get a coach out of the pros, to get someone who does indeed want to crawl back here. It doesn't take 50 of them, because you're going to send 49 of them crawling home.
That's
It
right.
just takes one.
You only need one.
You got to find the right one. That's a challenge for Michigan State.
That'd be something to see.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to talk about this a little bit. I think maybe we'll talk about this on Press Pass.
That makes sense. It'd be a great place to talk about it.
Darian Harris is going to join us this week. And then you'll be on later in the month.
That'd be cool.
Talking about that. And Thursday afternoon, a ton of football talk.
Yep.
We will be at Harrison Roadhouse.
Harrison Roadhouse. Always fun to be at Harrison Roadhouse.
For Lindsay Huddleston, Jack Ebling saying, have a better Wednesday.